Obade shema mu nyina ha UTV asuni obemu nsem ne amahodo so de na awie ye de esomo kasebo ekwan so de di mu akotene bi ene se ene dua ye kasa yi wasi sports complex ba ko wo fadama mpatam ho a Ghana mampanyini ene mpanyifo aye adwen se wode eto chief imam ye kwa ensafo from a ora John Dramani Mahama de ato edwa se afi aba no wo to a to se wo no ma asetena mu ebeye yie nti na akoto aba na nyansa medom amanyoko wei anasa me de ha na megina ewo ensafo from nso IGP e de ato ade hye wo ahafo eye yamfo mpatam ho anim se afi aba to no ebeye asomdwe nti okwa ento wonyem ye bo hwi ni akopiem ewo US so a ora Donald Trump ye kasa de woni ne dom ye ka ne ho wono mu atiase se transitional team eye ora Joe Biden ene ne de entina se na afi wo mu fa yie ento yie ensema foforo bi eka we num ho na wiya yi musomfo ama Sarpong Kumankuma Gyasi Midday esomo afi yenhwe ensem no ankasa Yesha ensem no ankasa dia na yedeyani ehre fadama na ababeto edwase yekasai Dr. SHEIKH OSMANU SHARUBUTU National Chief Imam said ye nyina ye nim no yesi sports complex kese e wo fadama mpatam ho a panyufo pese wode papai edini to so sanse waboa ahwe asomdue so ama Ghana enesa bedru de adrei ne yente ko ene ntokwabode a na oka ho ebia sefata se yede eto no nti yenkohwe said ye dwumade no empompon so esiti
here on behalf of the chiefs, Zongo chiefs, wherever they may be, to express gratitude to the government, gratitude to His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Inner City and Zongo Development for the wonderful facilities provided. Already it has been spoken. But what we have to do here, this is going to be commissioned. It is a duty on us to thank those who are responsible for providing this facility. Fadama, with time, has become an important center, spiritual center, where every year Muslims gathered to celebrate the birth of Holy Prophet of Islam. People come from all parts of the country, the neighborhood in West African countries, even Europe, people come to observe this celebration here. I so believe when they come tomorrow for the celebration of Maulidi, they will see a vast difference. This means that the position of Islam in this country has been lifted. We are very grateful. It is not only this Fadama, this structure being provided, this provided elsewhere. The structure being provided elsewhere within our Zongo communities to help facilitate the development of our community. Once again, we commend all those who are responsible. We commend those who are responsible for thinking and providing these facilities for the management of our youth, the management of our chiefs and women, all those. And quite recently, we must express also our gratitude to the ministry for, in fact, providing equipment to the Council of Zongo Chiefs to help them to do a perfect organization in the office, even with the vehicle also provided. We are really grateful to all of them. We thank them. And a few weeks ago, we organized a workshop for our chiefs on peace before, during, and after elections. Before, we must commend the people of Zongo. We've done well. You have shown maturity. In fact, we have not seen anything bad during the campaign at our Zongos. We are known to say we are perceived to be troublemakers. But this time round, until now, I mean, there's no any bad distance from the Zongo. We commend our Zongo politicians for that. But we have major events. They are very, very crucial. Elections, that is, there are key players at the polling centers. You as a voter, you have the representative of parties, the Electoral Commission, the security officers, the media, and so on and so forth. But then, you as a voter, your duty that day is go there and cast your vote. It is your responsibility. Don't interfere with any other thing. Yours is to go and vote and go back home. People that they are agents, they should put a knowledgeable people who with knowledge, with experience, because they said elections are won at the police. If it is so, please send a who be responsible for your affairs. Take care with your. And then the commission also, we appeal to them. The personnel that will be manning the election, please don't do anything that will bring suspicion, that will bring doubt at that point. Please. And then also, the security men will be there.
Yemoshi na yenko piemu ewo obiche bi lamte interchange no esoi. Ababe to dwa se ofe di kan no ye first face ni ye wie na mampanyini akotwa homem.
Will be done to specification to give best quality projects to the people of our country so that we can have value for money. And to remind the people of this country that under the leadership of His Excellency, the President, for the first time in Ghanaian history, 7 major interchanges are being undertaken simultaneously. And most of them have reached very advanced stage of almost 80-85% completion.
The completion of phase 1 of the Obete-Bilamte interchange shows the seriousness that my government attaches towards addressing the congestion within some of the major cities of our country. Currently, the following interchanges are under construction throughout the country. KWASI interchange, which is the first 4-tier interchange in West Africa, is 85% complete, and sections of the interchange will be open to traffic this very week. Tamale interchange, which is the first interchange in northern Ghana, is 54% complete and is on course to be completed by the first quarter of 2021. PTC roundabout interchange in Takrade, which is the first interchange in the western part of the country, is progressing steadily. Nungua interchange, which is part of the Lab Beach Road completion project, is also progressing steadily. And Tema Motorway interchange phase 1, which has been completed and is already in use by motorists, with work on the second phase of the interchange starting soon. This is the first time in our nation's history that more than 5 interchanges are being constructed within the first term of any government. So if any more reasons to give Nana and the MPP 4 more to do more for you, this is one of them. We as a nation are on the cusp of a bold new beginning, and I urge all Ghanaians to join hands with government as we strive to bring progress and prosperity to all parts of our country.
Kanima mpanyi John Dramani Mahama ekopie mu ewo Boko Central wadi ato ade hye wo hanim se wono ento aba enfama NDC esanse se di abato no eye wo mane wo yiedie ene mpuntu ebeba mpatam so ene wo se ye hweto aba.
Because everything we have here, from schools to water to roads to electricity to hospitals, we have got as a result of the NDC administration. And so for us, the choice is simple. Anytime the MPP is in office, we don't see any development. It is only when the NDC comes that we see development in our districts. And so we will vote for the NDC to come back and continue the development projects that it started. There are many communities that were connecting to the electrification grid. We didn't finish before we left office. As soon as we left office, all that came to a standstill. I promise you that NDC is coming back, and for all the communities that still don't have electricity, we'll come and extend electricity to you. When we were in office, we were building the Tamni irrigation dam. We didn't finish before we left office. After we left, that project has come to a standstill. And that project was supposed to irrigate 3,000 hectares of land for dry season irrigation farming. Instead, they went and started again one village, one pond. Those little duck ponds that ducks swim in, they call dams. Those dams have been a complete waste of government resources. What our people are looking for is viable dams that can provide water throughout the year so that they can engage in dry season irrigation, farming, and gardening. That is what our people are looking for. In 2016, I made a promise here in Boko that if NDC wins, we're going to build a new government hospital for Boko. Unfortunately, we did not win the elections, but I know that come 27 December, NDC is going to win, and I'm repeating that promise here in Boko, that if NDC wins, or let me say when NDC wins that election, we're going to build a brand new district hospital here in Boko.
Switzerland abaine oman Ghana asian entiasepam nam video call so na edi dwuman said ye nyina yenim COVID-19 ha wo de abenti.
Entiasepam we no oman Ghana eni Switzerland man no akoni nyina no ebibre mamu hanum ne de eyedi kan kra na afa wiase afa na nyina no ede to so mienu Ghana eni Switzerland man no ebefa sa akonya we so no mo de apemom man no ede akonkan ewo mpuntu sem mu wo chese Switzerland man no ebe ma Ghana sika kakra no de apem eye ni mpuntu sem ede akonkan sa so na Ghana so ebefa kwanya so a wo mo so de amom no so no mo so ede aboa ewo kwan so nko so wo mo so ehia de afi oman Ghana enchen ewiemu nsachara ebobre nsem eni sene edani wiase ani na amahodo so bie wo mo ebre so mepem mo mpuntu sem de akonkan ewo sa kwan ne so nti enu wo mo etu sa anyonkofa anamontuo we nyina de wo mo sa hyenkrata ase a mo ba beboa ewo kwan so nko so no wonmunyamfo SHEIKH AYORKOR enu wo yesoafo hwe amanone nsem so ewo oman Ghana mu wono ne gina Ghana na mu de ne nsatintimo nkrata no so wodnanu di sem etudwa efa anamontuo ehu.
The global climate is undeniably changing, and nature keeps warning us to act immediately and decisively. Ghana is conscious of this and takes climate change seriously. As a country, we have long realized that if concrete and far-reaching steps are not taken to tackle climate change, efforts to bring sustainable prosperity to the Ghanaian people could be derailed in the long term. It is for this reason that Ghana's strategies to tackle climate change have been clearly outlined in the current National Development Blueprint, Agenda for Jobs, and reinforced in the nationally determined contributions submitted to the United Nations. Following 2 years of discussions by technical teams of both countries, the framework agreement being signed today marks the first of its kind in Africa and the world at large. It will allow Ghanaian and Swiss companies to invest in green businesses in Ghana and mutually share sustainable development and emission reduction outcomes.
Enu achenu no munyamfo kwabena fempon boati a wono yesuafo a wo hwe ensasesem abode mu nyansape mfididwuma hu dwumadie na afi adwenjeso yensem so meche Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation so wode ensem ni bi eka ho.
Ghana and Switzerland have joined hands to put the Paris Agreement into action by agreeing to pilot Article 6.2 of the Paris Agreement, known as Internationally Transferred Mitigation Outcomes. This will be done in areas of renewable energy, improved quicksilver, and waste management. The National Clean Energy Access Program, which will be implemented under this cooperation agreement, will lead to the transfer of mitigation outcomes to Switzerland in exchange for investment in emission reduction projects. The signing of this cooperation agreement today demonstrates our firm resolve to take any action to mitigate climate change and contribute to the global goal of 2 degrees temperature reduction as indicated by the Paris Agreement.
Omai post sahini Yera James OPPONG-BOANUH dia to Gyasi afia bato no ebe ya asomdwe ntimu obi ensuro so obepia kotoaba.
Owura James OPPONG-BOANUH post sahini ekyerese posifo ayekrado sombeto ban agiban ebra Ghana yekwakoto aba December da etoso enso no. Ochem so mo ne bambo nyumeku ahodore na aka abomu a womba behwe ama asomdwe abantini kwanse Ghana fo yisuru kra. Wode nsem wetu dwa ewo yamfo ebra na police station masiesie no womo eda no adi.
Every Saturday, I see December 7th. No, that better banner. Yet a banner we Bamba ebe bono yet the Sebe no credit. And the Bruni say Bruni can say impartiality. Yet say you been come near Jennifer. Sebe Yajma near Prince of Wanaba Kumhana. But what be brave when the bent said be ho ahunnuan ba be ho ma ho fa senum and ho nananum say be say person bi ye bi bone na say ontiase a o ma nananum basonte nanam be frɛ commander na wo ha no be da tunanim na baka
na oswafo be de akire a wo hwɛ emma enkoda ene omanfo yedie so osan so TANO North mashimedwani onmonyafo FREDA PREMPEH enso kasa no de akyɛde emma posifo wo yamfo so mo fanye adwuma enso moman no
Nyankopɔn IGP di nimpanifo ani aso dwumadi a yɛdi wɔ ha enti say district office no kra no ma pagya mu ama yɛ divisional na say divisional no TANO so ebeka yamfo ho na yɛmu ayedu na aba at the correct time ebra yakwa koto abei hyehyɛ bebre a police fo adi no na yenya police station wɔ ha somboma ye no we did this ebeboa wɔ abatwe and so no crab serve as a deterrent to obi anaka wɔ na dwen sɛ ye wɔ police station kitwa bi no ntimi de kabekwa akochi atitru asem say police panyi sahene na nkasa wɔ ha enti no obebie dan na no amaye ɔkyena police fo ɛhyɛ wɔn dwumadi ase.
Owura John DRAMANI MAHAMA dia to Gyasi wo ba double track obeye firi ho na wasisi e-blocks adanya mankwadanya baabi atena.
I'll just talk a bit about our school. I'm very happy to see this beautiful school standing here. I think it is a mark of some of the good work that we did, not only in the education sector, but in the health sector, in the sector of water, in the sector of provision of electricity, and even the provision of good quality roads across the length and breadth of this country. Naba, I've acceded to your request, and I think that one of the priorities, in order that we can realize the full potential of this school, is to provide boarding facilities so that children who come from communities that are a bit far from this school will be able to have a place where they can live and learn and be able to make their full potential. And so we'll convert this into a boarding school. We'll put a girls' dormitory and a boys' dormitory. We introduced the free SHS in 2015. That is when I inaugurated it. I declared the free SHS began in 2015, and the video is there where I announced the beginning of free SHS. If we had used the method we're using to implement free SHS, we would not have ended up with double track. And so what the new NDC government will do would be to remove the bottlenecks that make it necessary for our children to stay at home for as long as 3 months before they go back to school. It is just common sense. If you provide more access like these community day schools, then you will ease the pressure on the existing schools. Each of them has the capacity to take almost 1,000 students. And so can you imagine 200 new schools taking 1,000 students each? That's 200,000 students. Would we have double track? Obviously not. And so as soon as we come, there are some of the schools that are almost finished. We have roofed them, we put doors. They just left with painting and putting chairs and other equipment in, and children can start learning. And yet the new government came and abandoned all of them. just because it was started by the previous government. And that is a waste of the resources of the people of Ghana, because the money that has been used to invest in that infrastructure is not John Mahama's money, it's not NDC money, it is the money of the people of Ghana. And so when NDC comes into office, we're going to take all those schools, we're going to complete them, we're going to put children in them, and we're going to abolish the double track within 1 year of 7th January 2021. We will abolish the double track.
Nananum acha nkonwa bedwaku ewo enkran hadomo ese yens amanyofo mo kasa mo kasa ehonte
Katirema ye nipa no akwaketu bi na se wanhwe ne ankorakora no na aginsem a ebetimi aka asema mentokwa asi ewo memu eno enti ena otitinani ede ma nananum ahemfoka mko ewo enkran ni okwekinka dowuna edi afutuo ama amanyofo se ebre omobɔ ntoa ato omo ho ede amagana fo akire se yento abamfama won omo nka nsem ede enkabum beba enye ne ede mpapamu ebeba okire mu se ne esi ye wodododuodu abato mpesua so mre bi atwemu no eni kwanse bisibimu esa se Ghana in
all this, the Electoral Commission should endeavor to be firm in its dealing as stated in the 1992 Constitution. They should not be swayed by people's emotion and unnecessary demands from all political parties. The Electoral Commission must stick to what the Constitution mandates it to do and make sure everybody exercises his or her franchise as a citizen of Ghana. We should ensure free and fair election, especially during the transmission of results. To the electorate, do not allow yourselves to be used for any negative actions. Your mandate is your right, and you should not allow yourselves to be manipulated to suit the whims and caprices of some individuals. Let us be each other's keeper, because political parties will come and go, but Ghana and our family system will forever exist. I also challenge the youth to shame any politician who would like to exploit their energies to foment trouble. You do not know what the future holds for you, so do not kill yourself for someone to gain power. Just examine your life and which party has impacted your life positively and take a decision, rather than relying on false promises of some politicians with the hope of securing wealth when they win power. To the press, as a fourth estate and gatekeepers, your work is well spread out. Your duty is to expose all wrongdoings and bad practices. But remember, freedom comes with a lot of responsibilities. Rwanda was plunged into chaos through a media outlet, so the media should know the kind of influence they wield in all this. And in all this, we urge the media to be circumspect in their reportage.
Eshuboko bako ya enipa edomno dodo no a eye lectures a e Water Credit Technical University wo de atoja se nanado Ghana for ensanto ane so.
Juma pa nanado dankwa AKUFO-ADDO aye ama oman Ghana eye mfie miensa ene bosumi du a etwamu yi enu ti na yagidi nso se mfie nan na yede ma no kra no nso nenso e say nyina ye adwen se ye sama no mfie nan atoa so na watoa so aye ene mapa oye ma oman Ghana ye school ko ene niema odi ahyem se dia school ko ebe ye boko ama awofo ene nkola eco school mienu niema yaye o cocoa growing areas o western region ena miensa oil and gas inframeja niema yaye o western region ti o first school ya call rounds ya bontoa who say President AKUFO-ADDO any MPP aban SCC school down bebre be a kindergarten e be a basic primary school e be a senior junior high schools e be a senior high schools and so they are OTF NDC for no one say MPP aban by on far block ba kukura NC ho enu ti na ya to ya di say separating facts from hard facts. So why history kakra ya ka hard facts are evidence a wodi wani ehu nti say what send this ni bi ti radio so ka say MPP aban by en far school block ba kukura NC ho a na menu awase no say oyo otrofo enu ti na ya twitwa photo a kire mu.
Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry ediatu Gyasi aban tu na montem na odo na edwa no a ehye no womwa emu adwadifo.
President the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Owura Clement ose AMOAKO ede nsem we nyina no etu dwa ebra association no ebo anakoko piemu odo na market efiada na etwa emu no ebra eja no eto honom no omo ankasa pese omo de omo ni ko twa wisi kokohwe se eja no ehye kodru mpempenso sen ena omo ni adwadifo a womo ehwere omo japade bi nso edi enkomo na womo kodru honom no ode ba beto omo anim se womo ayekrado so omo beboa womo ewo kwaniasa kwan bia so na ne omo de eto aban no anim ni se de wahye boso obeboa womo no enka nimanu yi ankotimi bobo mpata bi edema adwadifo na nkabro nye wo mutimi ton ne makakra nka betimi abo mo pa mo komo ahen ha wo mo isanse sika bebre no a wo mo ede eye adwuma no a ehye no wo mo kokoji loan ede free banks yahodo na susisi eye akwakohye no wo mo eye ne den ti aban no emma wo sa kwan no esu
ye stress sesi a no ebi akoji aban besia ebi so de loan ka aban package akra ye ma wo de MBSSI sika wo de ma wo krampo no ebi abame no so asan ahye dwerebe yes radin aban say if you say break December bibi kakra e be ye no ma boss sie bi wo ha no manya bibi aton kakra e de ahwe omoma January aban so obebie school se be ye obeto ne ba ho ne makra asem a e den na mom no we ensakra kakra bi a oye e de amom ekosi December and yesterday nyina ne say aban never again say e be san ba ha bio anana na obetu nan ba ha bio na mom wo ba na asempa na wo be ka na mom anya asem yaw se ne yahu ne nedai
eno ehwe no Owura Clement ose AMOAKO ede ensem san epe so ekire se eyomo ani so ade hu so mbeboa eye adwadifo ma enu nti eno omo ne National Board for Small Scale Industries e kan bo mu no ma hwe ekwanyo mefa so abo omo a omo ahwere omo ajapade ewo ejahyehe nyina emu
because sika bebra ahye ajapade bebra ahye enipa di ya obo okrampo a na rehosem no de afamu awu enti esra ban se ne otu ne nan ba ye gini di esan se onka asem a onye da na say na waye no yenso Ghana National Chamber of Commerce ejina private sector na mu esra ban say omra ommoa na if MBSSI na eba na om se mama so nte say ni omne oman pani begina e kan ye no omgu so be hu adwuma
Owura Francis Obin vice chair the pedestrian shopping mall e wo do na odi to aban nanim sesenka nimanu yi a no behwe na mpo watimi epeja eye edwakese a esanso eye abefu kwantempon so de a e de ama wo mo anko mo ani beje pa nko gidi senka ejahyehe ni nyina no esuo betimi etwa
tag eye kuo ba ko a wonum gina edema adwadifo eye die wo se ebraso se adwadifo nyina ko won hobom prempuntuo
Edwadifo kuo ba ko amato ne din Traders Advocacy Group Ghana omompanyimfo abepie mu ewo Kumasi wa Santemantem a wo ne edwadifo etwetwe enkomo na ekire se edwadifo ekabom a brebia so mo wo eniema bi anaso niema a eha omo no omo de omo adesrede eto aban nim a ententem a yade a aban etie wo mo na no na omo esusu se edwadifo ni nyina ebeka omo ho abom na afede eniema bi a ehia wo mo no wo mo etimi ede ato aban nim ama bibia etimi aboa Owura David Amwatin eka saa empanyimfo hi bi na mra obepie mu ewo Kumasi omo ne adwadifo ni bi ehie mu a wo mo edi edwuma ewie na youth nsam twefo ene ne twetwe nkomo a okire mu sei
isi edwadi ade a eden na ya woniema bibre so many challenges edwadifo kom being it clearing goods from the port, being it filing of taxes, being it assessing loan facility edwadifo bre. But who says to me, any beautiful thing common here can hobomu ya. Jane said a young TANO Traders Advocacy Group. You see, or Muji Yesu Christo dinner or corn also in your munyanka. The advocate will come into your faina, since some concon or your boy for church reform. Abba, I made ready for. Ya all boy a ready for, chili ready for, all chili ready for. Ya komba faswa emma edwadi nya dema o mo bebre ya kwa ye ma menemo mo marketer obiti meko sa loan savings and loans o kwa so memma facility 4% on can change 4% a month. The 4% they need 4% of his affair. Afei obagis ka na wie no yese bosome niama no ka ho bi na medwadifo bebre no ma den o ma bofom ndwadifo bebre ho kra na ankomu hia bosia se omo bookkeeping yi esi omo book I take stock ahwe niama o mbehia imagine obi a in the shop 70,000 in 5 years se edwade ni need to spread na so o yesusu na se every day bia o to susu 50 cedis in 5 years no nya se ska no anya afi na ebeso na akwaje bosia wo bosia no na tag mpanyimfo ya ba na ye kyerɛkyerɛ nkrofo na ye boa wo mo se de be ya wo mo so dwadie no ebe de ne dwadie ayemrama wo
Kane chọchọfọ de ma NPP amanyoko eye oru akwabeneje e Japan de atudwa se o de NDC ni NPP ekọ echi na yebeto NPP
Enkani General Secretary MPP amanyoko no yora kwabena e Japan ono so e de atu edwa e kyese MPP wo mo hyehyeye e wosikasemu ye bebresin NDC na wokasa wo rally a wo mo eyeye wo nkokọ eno e na wo kyese NDC presidential candidate Enkani mampanyi John Dramani Mahama oni akwanya bia se Ghana fo betro aba amanasa aba beye mampanyi onyane bre e na wanye ni yi a o ma Ghana sikasem etro ape itima Ghana fo sign enkofa no emebio
na abatoi enipa mienu na ya hwe on Ghana for hwe on ba ko obedi man so efie wate no a vice president na Professor Mills ya president na no odiamka eto ono na hwe on man so and sign na obedi president for 4 years so bibi obedi ya mama kwa nya ro na bibi obedi ya kwa nya ro na Mampain nanado ba enfie enaini wohwa adwuma ne ahokeka enti na akoba bia asemo ede bia ne se Ghana fo nyina ajatum na msa nkokọ aso de mu de mu ya so konkwanti mu wusu mo na mu ye dede kakra mu wusu mo na December 7 we aka na ocho mienu pe ye kasa bebre ye pese Ghana fo chsedo ejuma pa mampanyi abaye na mofa ahokeka enkoto aba no se de nyina kan no sa asema me kan yeda you say ba ko na say number one. I am very confident Makawabia say the MPP are better managers of the economy than the NDC. And Ghanaians are living testimony to it. And here say December 7, Mukanya Moho, Musari, let's deliver a massive endorsement for Nana Addo AKUFO-ADDO to become the president once again and lead the MPP. Abanu Zusono, the idea of Sulu Jirano, Nani Bajirano,
Nananum ahimade afutuo ama Ghana amanyofo ne timamufo nyina se yeme ye kasa honte na yenhwesa asomdwe ebebo me
Nananum ahima fo omo ofori krom ne mpatemo ade a womo aye enhyiemu bi womo ne assembly no eye ofori krom municipal assembly eye municipal chief executive edano no ne na nananum ahima fo kyere se aba na ye ba beto enye ntokwa na ye ko na kabima minka bi de sa na tie dumre bi ye beto aba ento womo besre se ne be ye basabasaye ne be ye mojasam de enye ade a womo ebepene ye ni oman bia eka oman Ghana ho na eba se basabasaye ba ye nim emofra ene emma tuturu ena ebre enti omosere obia se obia enkoto na ba asomdwe mu
enipa mienu prade a ba ku na enya mienu ne nyina ntumi nya enti do bi obenye bia na asomdwe ena ye peyempe basabasa si ebefre mabu no empanifo ma ne mema ne ewura sorry from na afi yetu omfo se wo mo nhwe na basabasa bia a makronim na afi yento aba no asomdwe
atutu asam no ehu hia etuo a ye wo no ene ye kokromoti no ntimi enkofa etuo foforo bia se ye kotutuo ama bentin ana asemase anya na emom ye kokromoti ene ni etuo kase pa me feel se ye beto a ten na kire ne yesese wonya no na wanya
ye mrantie ne ye meba awa ni aye pese ye kama wo mote wo ho ase ne se ye hia asomdwie se asomdwie ama mrantie ne meba awa yi so ne se wo mo kogina ekwaji sika bi ana kwaje adamdie bi na yekoye tutura sem a ebekwa kofo ye ne kese e de aba omayim ye mpene saa
Bible kura se ye mompaye emetitire omo di tumi nyina na se asomdwie ba wo so a wo ye sofo no wetimi atena wo abompaye asomunya nkopon enti asomdwie wo da wuro ne na meeting be ye de eye ne gisem
eno echi na youth nsem trefo ene abanka chipenyi owo fori krom eworomnyamfo Gloria Tima Gambra so etwetwe nkomoma ono so ede ebe eto aso sei
Ghana ye wo bibi stronko asese ye bo ho ban ye asomdwie se wo hwe bibi man ahodo a ye to ababi a na ye nsem bebiri na so Ghana kwa abato wo Fourth Republic yi mu a ni nyina ye boko ne senti na baby a ya bedri su ehia pa se ye behwe se asomdwe aye wo no ye bebo ho ban yi na se ye bo ho ban a timamifo wo mu fam wo beye ahemfo ne ahemafo wo mu fam wo beye yan assembly ye wode ye beye aban ankasa wode a wo beye na no eho anamo enama na ye ne ahema ewo ye mensni mu nyina ehia
Yemfa ye ni nkyeremu ewo kwawu ankoma wepue mantamu wo hene wo krom ho yidaba akọ ede asi ho se adokotafo ne anesefo mfanye nkyerkyere emfama emapemfo
saa dwumadie yi wo yese de be ya ebetimi ama omanfo nkyerkyere na ata wonom a titiru ne ema wonom anyim abra wonom miamia wo motete no wo munya pomuden pa na wonom akwakowo wakasa wo dwumadie ase ohene a wo kwawu ankama eye nana amenno kodua otoso mienu he no che se ema dodo no a wo mfanyinsen no e na wo bre ansa na wo mpu no wo ma wo wiwie so kra de a ya na pomuden hu nsem nhweda enkoyie
May Adabia Suano Yatina for the American Ama and Kumaman a pay for you nobody who na watch that trouble and near Madia here Sunny over by Sarpong Panipa in the church far hair for one. Now what in your church and who's mountain nobody super prepare now as you get Abba.
Eno achi na district health director owo Kwawu East eye Owura Mutala Muhammad ono so kire se ema wo mo ekọ awoso no wo mo behwe se wo mo benya aduane papa die na timi aboa wo mo nyini ene nkwada na wo mo nyim wo mo nyini
na ekosoro sa na ewo advantages bebre edemaye because ye who say your first eye timi course eye deaths no eye say we hemorrhage no na sebi says all the time no you're pregnant women omo ba na some ba be wo a na omo age bi ni very higher sa bleeding na beba no entimi enko bebre ema apemfo no enusi omanko
ne krakra mu na director of development Emma Brian Champon Foundation Ora Frank Amo ono so eche se dwumadi nyina no wo ye ne be se mfie mienu se de be ya wo behwe ama antenatal wo mo nyim wo mo ko akogye apomuden ya no be pagya akọ so ham chichemu edu na hospital delivery so etimi akoso be so ham chichemu edu mienu ono so kiremu sei
ye hwe se ye be increase apemfo a omofa afuna omoko ayalesabia no ye sure say e be increasing by 10%. Sanso na omo ayedu omo awo ewo ayalesabia so ye sure say e be increase number no 12% in the next 2 years. Ena ema franso a awo say yedu omo ekọ weyi ema anes for na hwe omo a potokasa mo omo short na ye no CWC no ye sure say no so e be increase omo number no 10% in the next 2 years. It will be any target ye see and so as an organization.
Ekuafo edi ehia ya enam Savannah Agricultural Productivity Improvement Project eso hwe sede be ye obetumpon ewo adwuma.
Well, I think this event to me is a very important event because marketing is always a challenge. If you recall last year, there was a media outcry about gluts of rice in the Fumbisi Valley. We are supporting thousands of farmers to produce rice, to produce soya, and also to produce maize. And so we have a duty to ensure that our farmers do not just produce and are unable to market. We have a duty to ensure that they are able to market their produce and get good money for their labor.
In this case, we are linking up with off-takers, for instance, the poultry industry. Those who are rearing poultry are currently, even last year, after this particular program, yes, the same program which was held by SAPIP last year, we had a link with a particular poultry industry in Kumasi and Accra. They off-took everything of ours, soybean and maize. So with this one, they are creating a very good linkage between we and then the off-takers.
Looking at what they are doing here and the work of SAPIP, they are not only increasing the volumes of but they are also increasing the yield for the farmers, making it more attractive for the farmers. Last year, for instance, when we came here, they had done 1,800 hectares of soya. And this year, I'm told they have done about 8,000 hectares of soya. And per what we heard here, they are aiming at doing 15,000 hectares. So if we have such programs, it means that we're going to have our raw material available. And that is all that we are looking for.
Yenko US na ora Donald Trump ababe to dwase afede be ma wo ya yemre wo de ato dwase se the transition team no afane afano omuni